2s2, 2p4, 2p4. In the valence shell, 2 unpaired electrons present. So oxygen form 2 bonds, maybe 2 single bonds or 1 double bond. It can form maybe a single bond, 2 single bonds or 1 double bond. If it form double bond, then always at terminal position. What happened if it forms single bond? If it forms 2 single bonds, may or may not be terminal position if it forms single bond. For example, H2O. See, in H2O, the structure of H2O like this. Hydrogen always terminal position. Here oxygen, central atom, forms 2 single bonds, central atom. In SO2, here oxygen forms double bond, terminal position. Where the oxygen at terminal position? Oxygen is at terminal position and forms double bond. If it forms double bond, oxygen at terminal position. Okay, so these are the some key points to write Lewis dot structure. Next one, Lewis dot structure based on octet rule. Generally this is based on octet rule. Octet means 8 electrons in the valence shell. The valence shell. 8 electrons present in the valence shell. But hydrogen 2 electrons. For hydrogen 2 electrons. For the remaining atoms 8 electrons in the valence shell. It is based on octet rule. That means we should try to keep 8 electrons in the valence shell of terminal atoms. Terminal atoms. We should try to keep 8 electrons in the valence shell of terminal atom. Then what about central atom? For central atom, try to keep maximum covalency. For central atom, try to keep maximum covalency. Maximum covalency means an atom forms maximum number of covalent bonds. For example, carbon, atomic number 6, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. See this, 2p2. 2 electrons present, 2 unpaired electrons present in the valence shell. Total 4 electrons present in the valence shell, 2 unpaired electrons present in the valence shell. So it can form 2 bonds, but maximum bonds in the excited state. Excited state means what? 1 electron jumps from lower energy to higher energy. If electron jumps from lower to higher, from 2s to 2p, then what is the configuration? Now 1 electron here, now 3 electron here. Now how many unpaired electrons? 4. So it can form maximum 4 covalent bonds. Got it? So generally covalency is equal to the valency electrons generally. For example, boron, number of valency electrons 3, valence electrons 3, so covalency 3. Carbon, valency electrons 4, so covalency 4. Covalency means maximum number of covalent bonds formed by an atom. Nitrogen, valence electrons 5, covalency 4. This is different from valency electrons. Why? Because valency electrons 5, covalency 4. It can form 4 bonds only. One is 3 single bonds. Another one lone pair is there, no? That's why it can form dative bond, coordinate bond. We discuss later what is dative bond. Even though in nitrogen 5 valence electrons is there, but maximum covalency 4. It can form maximum 4 bonds only, not 5. This is exception. Remember, generally covalency is equal to number of valency electrons, covalency. But in nitrogen, even though it contains 5 valency electrons, covalency is not equal to 5. Covalency is equal to 4. That means it can form maximum 4 bonds only. 3 covalent bonds, single bonds, and 1 dative bond. Dative bond means it can donate lone pair of electrons to another atom. Here not complete lone pair shared from nitrogen atom. Okay, not 5, remember. In the remaining cases, phosphorus 5 valency electrons, so covalency 5. Next, sulfur 6 valence electrons, covalency 6. Chlorine 7 valence electrons, covalency 7. Got it? So maximum covalency is equal to valency number of electrons. But in the case of nitrogen, even though nitrogen contains 5 valence electrons, but covalency not equal to 5. Covalency is equal to 4. So try to keep maximum covalency for central atom. For terminal atoms, try to keep octet. That means 8 electrons in the valency shell. So you must while writing Lewis dot structure, you must check each atom follows octet rule or not. Terminal atom, each terminal atom follows octet or not. But for central atom, try to keep maximum covalency. For example, nitrogen 4 bonds around the nitrogen atom, carbon around the carbon 4 bonds. Similarly, boron 3 bonds, phosphorus 5, sulfur 6. Okay, let us discuss some examples. Okay, got it? So these are the key points to write Lewis dot structure. Once again, I repeat briefly. See, to write Lewis dot structure, first of all we have to find central atom. How we can find central atom? Generally central atom is least number, less electronegative and bigger in size. Second one, hydrogen and fluorine always terminal position, because they form single bond only. Oxygen at terminal position and forms double bond. Next one, it follows Lewis dot structure based on octet rule. Octet rule means